Hello.
Howdy, hi.
And I'm just the notice went and all that stuff, so I'm happy to see people here. So because you know today I have Gypsy Heart Tarot. He is my last. I'll show you mine on the Hermit Mage because starting next week, there's somebody in the chat who's going to be my first. I'll show you mine on Tarot Stash. So if you have not subscribed to Tarot Stash, please do so. So, hello, Govinda.
Hello, Heidi, hi.
And so everybody needs to make certain that they, this is my gimmick. I'm doing the little cards. See, so
I love them, love them.
and you'll see them multiple times because some people will say that I'm an overachiever. Others will say that I'm an underachiever. So, you know how that goes. So let's say hello to some people, shall we?
Let's do that, yeah.
All right. Simon was first in the house. Hello, Simon.
Hi. Hey up, Simon.
And then Sandra.
Oh, lovely Sandra. Hey.
Yes, if you did not watch the Catching Up with Govinda on Simon's channel, please go check it out because it was quite informative. Simon, I hope you don't mind me promoting your channel. So there's a Tarot Stash here. Be ready. So, yeah.
Be very ready, yeah.
Ben is here. Hello.
Yay, Billy Ben. Howdy, hi.
Yeah, and Tangi is here. Hello, Tangi.
Hey, Tangi.
Yay, Tangi's going to be on my channel soon too, so it'll be delightful. Oh, look, Simon's like, Heidi, hi.
He said Heidi, hi. He knows it. He knows what that's all about.
Do we want to know what that's all about?
You can do, yeah, you can do. So that comes from a British sitcom from the 80s called Heidi Hi, which was based on people, situational comedy about people who went to holiday camps for their summer holiday. And it was the gimmick that the entertainment staff would say to everyone, Heidi Hi, and they would have to say Hody Ho back. It was their sort of welcome call. And every time someone come on to present a show or do something for them, that was their thing to get people rallied up and excited about what's going to happen. So like their catchphrase. And yeah, I think they did about 8 or 9 series, I think. So they went on practically throughout the whole decade of the 80s.
Oh, wow.
It was a very popular show, and I grew up watching it and fell in love with it and went to a holiday camp myself. During the 80s with the family, as you do. And it just resonated with everyone so much. It was the actual show was set back in the 50s, the 1950s. So it wasn't actual real 80s time, but it was touching on those sort of topics. And it was just so much, just innocent fun,
of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Classic British comedy.
And Govinda was on Strength Reversed with Amy. And they got talking about British comedy shows, to which I'm listening to this and I'm like going, oh my gosh. I mean, we talked about it before we went live. I adore French and Saunders, and I liked the show before they did the specials. So that was awesome. And Are You Being Served?
Classic, love it. Love Are You Being Served. So much fun.
Yes.
Mrs. Slocum and her pussy.
Mrs. Slocum.
I'm allowed to say that?
Yes. Fucking A, you can say it. Are You Free?
Are you free? Yes. I'm free.
But I remember, I'm the youngest of 12 children. So I come from a very big family.
Okay.
And my brother is 6 years older than me. and we shared a room in a bunk bed. I was on the top bunk and he was on the bottom bunk. And Friday nights on our public broadcasting system, he had this little TV. It was black and white. Our public broadcasting service used to show Monty Python.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I got jaded with Monty Python quite early. So
Yeah.
Justin is here. Hello. Deanne. Hello.
Lucas at Moon. Hello. Hey.
Robin is here. Hello.
Robin's here. Hey.
And Tony is just dropping in. And oh, I love it. The chat just jumped. So Antoinette is going to be here.
She's disappeared.
Thank you, Justin, for posting
Yay.
channel information. Tarot Stash is linked above. And Robin says Govinda is my go-to.
Oh, well, thank you, Robin, for that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy what I have to say. So,
and I also
glad to see you there.
It has something to do with Carry On.
It probably will do. It probably is. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and Ben, you can cover your ears. Robin liked Govinda. He didn't mention you. Just saying.
Hi, Robin.
Jackie.
We'll talk later.
Hello, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie Jacaranda.
Yes. And Jackie, did you happen to order a deck? So, just curious. Scott's here. Hello.
Hey, Scott.
And okay, so Simon, I'm sorry. I mean, how dare you? And yes. I would probably, even when we're done, post the links to yours and Amy's channel, because both of them were such a delightful catch up and getting to know people. So, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Chris is here. Be prepared, guys. Chris is in the house.
And so, and let me be very clear. Last Thursday, I was on the roundtable readings with Chris, and let me tell you, it was really, really good. And so, again, promote. Yeah. Contact Chris for being roundtable reading. So
you were talking about your wand.
Yes. I'll whip out my wand later. I want you to whip out.
Good.
So
I'll whip out mine as well.
Regina is here. Hello.
Hey.
We're gonna see whose wand is bigger. So and everybody says sip for Deanne.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I've got mine today.
What you drinking?
Oh, it's tea.
What flavor?
Oh no, just normal plain. Oh, sorry, normal plain tea. Normal plain tea. Just normal sugary, very sugary, milky tea. That's how I take it. So.
And okay, and Aspasia Rising, whose name I believe is Beth. Beth. Yeah. Everybody's doing the Jackie Jacaranda.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. When I saw her name come up, I just got the feeling that it's a Jackie Jacaranda thing, and it just stuck. I hope she's okay with it, because she might be like going, "Oh no, please."
Well, you know what? Jackie could come on my channel, and we can talk about how much she dislikes that.
Yay!
Yeah. And that's the last time I'll mention it in this live. So Simon said he danced with Sue Pollard in a gay nightclub in Blackpool. Claim to fame.
No way! Wow. So jealous of that, really. Wow, Sue Pollard, she's great. She's great. She is, because she played the chamber, the maid in the holiday camp on Heidi High. And so she was like one of the favorites, because she was just all over the place. She was like some crazy lady in that. So it was really good fun.
Yeah. There's always got to be a crazy lady, doesn't there?
Yeah, of course, there has to be.
Zane is here. Hello. And
Hey,
absolutely fabulous.
how fab,
Yes.
love it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and Regina Tarot said, Love Heart was one of my fave French and Saunders sketches.
Oh, blimey. Don't know if I remember that. God, that's quite specific, that one.
Yeah. Yes, Justin, my parents were very busy little bees with 12 children. And I actually have to say, they stopped when they got it right. I'm the youngest,
Yeah,
so it's
there you
okay.
go. I'm the youngest in my family too, so
Yes. And if people watch your interview with Simon, they'll learn more about that, right? So, okay, Jackie, I'm squeeing on the inside, and I'll be in contact. So, boom. And okay, so this is awesome.
yeah,
Oh, excellent.
love the light series.
I'm a wee star. Thank you, sir. Well, I tell you, Chris from Elemental Cartomancy, let me tell you, dude has got some skills. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, especially with, incoming compliment, Chris. Be ready. Gird your loins. Yeah, exactly. When he thinks he's going off on a tangent and he's rambling is when he's most connected. And it really flows. So
Yeah.
I got it right. Yes, Beth. I got it. See, this does come in handy. So, oh, there she is, Jamie. Wandering Mountain Bardic Path.
Hello.
Jamie is a fabulous
How you
person.
doing?
Jamie, she and I were actually on our first live together on the Artistry of Tarot. It was by happenstance. So Robin wants to know if I can whip out your wands and shoot fairy dust all over us.
We can do that.
Yes, but that costs extra and it's after hours.
Oh. We can do a private one for those that want to join that. There are other places on the internet to do that sort of thing. We'll feed you the link for the after party.
All right. Simon said Jackie has promised herself to me first if she's ever gets brave enough. Well, we'll see. We could do it together. We could do it together.
A threesome.
There you go.
That's
anyhow,
interesting.
I feel like dancing with castanets when I hear Jackie Jacaranda.
Yes.
The lovely Patrice is here. Hello, Patrice.
Hey, Patrice. Lovely to see you. Bless you.
Yeah. And her lovely wife. Okay, I'm trying to go. Okay. Love Heart was Braveheart and Rob Roy meet.
Oh,
yeah, I think
okay. Yeah.
I honestly cannot fathom 12 children. I'd be I'd be getting myself a sister wife. Well, so. Oh, Debbie is like, and I always say I watch so much British television, I should have an accent. So.
Yeah, that does happen, doesn't it? You do pick up mannerisms or certain things you do kind of, because I did that when I was living there anyway, but when I moved to Spain, and part of my learning the language, off the hoof was really just watching TV. And I would mimic what I saw on TV, which is some Mexican soap opera thing. And they just found that really funny. But then, me repeating certain phrases, but then this is how it's, and then you kind of adopt the accent. And then even coming back here, people would say, oh, your accent's changed. It doesn't sound like it used to. And I'm like, I don't really recognize it. But if they say it, then.
Yeah. Well, Deanne says, yes, love a Chris Ramble. He taps in, and I made him.
That's it.
Well, let me ask you this, Govinda. When you are tapped in, I mean, when you're reading, because okay, let me take a step back. You do multiple types of work, which is of a spiritual nature, if I can say so. You
Yeah,
read,
yeah.
but you're also, and I cannot say Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic, yeah.
What he said,
Good.
what he said. But isn't that part of it being connected and knowing and paying attention?
It is. It is using your intuition. It is developing the third eye. It is having that ability to know or feel what's right or wrong with a person rather than because you've examined every inch of their physical body. Because we're also dealing with the different bodies that aren't physical, the emotional, the spiritual, the astral, the aura, everything like all comes into play and affects how you are in your current vessel, as it were. So you
Right.
do have, yes, you do develop that anyway as part of that. And because I'd been on that journey beforehand, coming to Ayurveda halfway through my journey, just stepped up the game a lot more. Yeah. But then,
Right. Right. And I think I like that. I like in my life when things that I do overlaps with other things. So,
yeah,
or she stopped in and or she's tarot. And
love it.
just before we went live, Longman Tarot was a guest on her channel as they were talking about drama queens in tarot. So,
Oh, I'll have to
yeah,
catch up on that. I missed that. I'm sorry I missed that. I'll have to catch up on that. Yeah.
there's so
And
much
hello, Richie.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there is. There's so much stuff. Yeah, you like. I need to find time to just watch it all. So it's difficult, but I love catching up on it as well. So.
Patrice is sending love to all because she's listening from the
Oh.
shower. Doing my part to keep it clean.
Scrub, scrub.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah.
So, okay. And Beth has 4 children.
Right.
Found that pretty exhausting. Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine how my parents managed. I mean, because there was a point, Govinda, where I was like, I got to a certain age and I went, wow, my father had 12, my mother had 12 children.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, hello to everyone. And I am, Justin listens to us in the shower too.
Ooh.
I'm wondering if there can be, a, some sort of a remix for that, Justin in the shower. So Justin in the shower, what's he doing? He's scrubbing hard. Scrub hard, Justin. Lather.
Lather up. What's he doing with his Luther?
And loofah. Ooh, my goodness. All right. So
scared in, hard in.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it getting hot in here?
Get your fan out. We got your fan. Well done. Well played.
My goodness. So, yeah. And, or she said 4 siblings were enough. Maybe sometime I'll actually, have a sibling on. So, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, and Debbie is like, my mom became a widow at 34 with 7 children.
Oh, bless her.
Holy mackerel.
That's, big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. There are a few of us who watch from the shower, so.
Oh, nice. Well, I love being in your shower. I mean, it's not worse than Jackie. Jackie watched me from the toilet one day. So.
Wow.
And I've been in plenty of people's beds as well. So.
Wow.
Loving it.
So you're a tarot harlot. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. It feels like, because after the weekend I've had from Friday, it feels like I'm a bit of the office bike.
Yeah. And Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, said one's relationship with one's loofah is a private matter. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Okay. So, all right. So, anyhow, Regina, Lufa Love and the Suds are going on tour starting at Justin Michael's house, I heard. I think that's good. And okay, Jackie is calling you out. Govinda.
I shouldn't have said that, wouldn't it? Oh dear.
There you go. So.
Well, it's on my live anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's not my live. It's Gerald's live. I'll do whatever I want. So. Oh my gosh.
I'm here shutting you down, Gerald. This is the clearance party.
A loofah is a sort of sponge, and oftentimes they're long, and they're of a particular shape. So, but so thank you, Orshi. So I got something for you.
Ooh.
Oh look,
what you got?
Jamie said it's like sex ed every single live. LOL. So anyhow, if I remember correctly, do you like cream puffs? Do you like the sweets?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I like sweeties.
I got some cream puffs. So
Yum.
And one is just just absolutely covered with chocolate.
And plenty of cream. Love it.
And
Gerald.
plenty of cream, and one is just drizzled with it. So these are mine, and I got you some dust.
Dust. Anybody? No dust. Anybody? No dust. Oh.
No.
I'd rather have that, yeah, I'll do like a bit of cake, yeah, I'll do like a bit of cake, yeah, a bit of cake, give me cake. Oh, sorry.
That's
Marjorie
okay.
possessed me. She possessed me again.
That's good. I mean, because I love that character, and I think it's kind of fun.
Oh, dear. They look so good, though, Gerald. Your profiteroles look amazing and full of cream, just the way I like them.
Full of cream, and I have to
licking my lips.
I have to thank Jeffrey, because he works next to a nice little place that has these, and I said, oh, I need, and and by the way, I want credit for not eating them on camera.
I was going to say, yeah, how can you resist? I mean, if I was sitting next to them, they'll be in my mouth.
I think there's something to be said for delayed gratification.
Absolutely. That is very true. The longer you wait, the sweeter it gets, right?
Yeah. I love Matt Lucas. Did you happen to see the Little Britain that they did during quarantine? It was on YouTube, and they filmed it. They filmed it remotely, like in a Zoom meeting, and then they spliced it together, and then they were.
I don't think I did. No.
Oh, search for it. It was actually well done, and then because then they were doing the transvestite one, and they were doing it, and then they stopped right in the middle of it, and we're like, this isn't funny anymore. We shouldn't be doing this, and they stopped it, and I thought, good for them. I mean, we've grown, and so.
Oh, absolutely. That's it. Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyhow, okay, and Jonathan is here, and Tangi has said, no, the longer you wait, the more stale they get, and flies land on it, and then it's ruined. So. Okay, so.
Well, that's the reverse side of the tale.
Yeah. So and so just to make sure everybody knows, Gypsy Heart Tarot, Govinda, like and subscribe. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Tarot Stash.
Whoop, whoop.
You're my last, Govinda. I will have fun.
I'm shutting you down. Yeah. This is the clearance sale, guys. This is the bargain.
Are you calling me cheap? Because I may be easy, but I am not cheap, Govinda.
I think I just called myself cheap there, actually, Gerald, inadvertently.
You heard it here first. Govinda, cheap, on sale, discount.
Yeah,
So
pretty much. I mean, I'm giving it away for free 5 days a week, so.
So, so let me ask you this: is the image behind you actually your room, or is it your green screen or blue screen?
This is my room. If you want me to prove it, then I can move about in my room. So yes, I can touch things in the background. It's my, and as you can see, I am top dressed, so I am not dressed up from the bottom down, but that's just for comfort. So yeah, that's actually the first time I've done that. You've got me to stand up, Joe. That's the first time I've done that on any live show downstairs. I mean, I've never done that.
Hey,
you minx, Gerald.
Well, you know, I am older than you.
Yeah, you've definitely been around longer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. And Ben said, I'll be opening you back up, Gerald, on Tarot Stash. Govinda brings up the rear.
Yeah, watch out. Ben's very much the same, you know. We are both Geminis. We've discovered that we are sort of very much twin souls. So
yeah. And actually what I want is I want to actually be between the two of you while you're doing this, because I will be able to keep up and I will make both of you blush.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we want that. That's what we want. We're here for it. We want it. We want to be tomato red. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. So okay, so Ange is here.
From the living room.
And Tiny Trinkets and Tarot.
Hey, our star winner of the giveaway on the Brit Boys.
Oh, did she? That's lovely.
Yeah, she won the Tattoo and Ink Tarot, which she said was on her wish list. So that was a nice thing for her. So she can now take it off her wish list because it's winning its way over to her. That's right.
Lovely. All right. Well, this is an I'll show you mine. So why don't you show me yours? You go first. I want to be a gentleman.
Oh, okay. You're going to be a gentleman. You're going to be a gentleman to start off with.
First. Whip it out.
You want me to go? I'm gonna whip it out. I'm gonna whip it out. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Because it's a coming. So I mean, you know, you've seen it before. This is going to be no surprise for people. So I'm just whipping this out. I have so much love for this, and I have such a deep-seated relationship and connection with this. And if you know me, you know what it is. It is the Ganeshan Village Tarot.
What? Cool. So
lovely. This is an amazing.
I want to put you in solo. So, and by the way, Jackie Jack Garanda said, "Whack 'em out, boys." So.
Oh, Jackie's here for it. Oh, I'll be whacking out plenty tonight. Yeah.
Swing. Is he getting his elephant trunk out? Oh.
I am indeed. I'm getting out the elephant trunk. You know it, Chris. You know it. I just love this deck. You know what? Everyone talks about a soul deck and does it exist? Do you have it? That kind of thing. And I've, been using, tarot now for the last 20 odd years. And I never really had that much of a connection. And then when I discovered this through Simon at the Hermit's Cave, and I ordered this and it arrived, it was instant. It was love at first sight. It was devotion at first sight. It was speaking to me, even when I hadn't even done my usual ritual for connecting with the deck. I just opened it and was flipping through the cards. I think I was just having a little looky through, and it was already saying stuff to me. It was already communicating with me and giving me information about each card and kind of like very loud and clear. So I'm like, oh, this is what it means to have a soul deck. This is really
that's great.
What it means, and it gives such happy vibes. But the same, it's not one of those happy decks where it's just happiness, lollipops and sunshine. It does have a serious message, and it delivers the serious message so well, so elegantly, and so beautifully, as well. I mean, if we come up any of the difficult cards, then you'll see. There's
Is that the hug card, the 9 of Swords?
No. For example, yeah, no, that's one that I want to find. Did I already show it? No, I hadn't already shown it, have I? So because I'm using this every day. This is a. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Simon said, "I didn't know you guys got Little Britain. Do you get the humor?" Yes, but we spell the humor without the second U. Yeah, and it's sometimes it's just available on the BBC America, or you have to get it on DVD. So
yeah, so yeah, this is the this is like the huggy card. You know, this is one of many, but this is the one that a lot of people have trouble with. You know, with this card, you know, it's quite a harsh card to have to deal with. It comes up. But with this, I just want to give some loving to little Ganesh. You know, he's crying, he's woken up with a nightmare, or he's feeling alone, or can't. And you just want to go in there and give him a massive hug and say, "Don't worry, you know, don't think about it. It's all good. It's all fine." You know, there's so much emotion with this deck, and at times it's comical, like the devil. You know, I just love that. These little Ganeshes with like wigs on and chained up to the big mouse. Tables have turned and the mouse is the Lord and Order, you know.
And Jackie misses those portals, so.
Yes. If you watched the interview with Simon at the Hermit's Cave, so embarrassed really. We discovered before going live that it was a green screen which were affecting the cards, which I didn't realize what existed on StreamYard, because I don't use green screens, as you've seen. So I didn't even know that they had that option. So I was like saying, I don't even have this photo. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know where it is.
Where did this come from? Yeah.
I was like freaking out and thinking, is this? I thought it was something in the deck. I thought it was some sort of secret thing, like a QR code thing or something. I don't know. I mean,
right.
Right. It was crazy. It was so much. It was such fun though, because everyone was kind of looking for the portals and whatnot. But then, we found out with Simon that it was just a green screen effect. So no more portals, guys.
The more you know, isn't that helpful? I mean, you know.
Oh, absolutely. No, now I know I can use green screens. You know, so
Sandra said that devil card is so good.
It is,
and Justin Michael trying to create controversy with Canadians. I think Canadians couldn't do much but be funny and play hockey. You know, so go ahead, show that again. You're good. I'm just getting that. So you have a connection to Ganesha, and does that help you deepen your understanding of the meanings of the cards in a way that those of us who don't have that connection would benefit?
No, because as you can see and appreciate, they are very standard RWS, pretty much not a carbon copy, obviously, but very much you can see the RWS here. All they're doing is replacing the characters with Ganesh, elephants, mini elephants, anything that resonates with Ganesh. So, I mean, to an extent, I mean, if you know the story behind Lord Ganesh, at least to know why the mouse is the devil and that kind of thing, then, you know, because normally he's riding on the back of mice to clear your pathways and things. And so the tables turn and the mice becomes the Lord Master. Those kind of things you would easily look up, but you don't need to. You just have. I think this is quite a specific deck that you would want to. You'll either like elephants or you love Ganesh to be able to work with this deck. Obviously, you know, because you wouldn't get it otherwise. To be honest, you know. So
well, I've caused controversy in the chat again. You know, Justin was
surprised
about the cold. I get it. So. You know, I get it. And Ange is actually from the United States, but she lives in Canada.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah. And how's that going?
So,
but with go ahead.
Hi, Nee.
love
Neem meant
that.
to
I love
ask,
that. Go ahead.
yes,
Sorry.
Neem meant to ask you the other day, Govinda, have you watched the movie Baal Ganesh? When I started learning about Ganesh, I asked a friend of mine for info, and she told me to first watch Baal Ganesh.
I haven't seen that. No, I haven't seen that. I will search that out and look for it and see what
Okay.
that is about. I mean, I've done a lot of reading on it, and I, through connecting with the Indian community through Ayurveda and things like. I mean, Ayurveda is not a spiritual practice anyway. The way it is, it's not. Sorry, it's not a religious practice. That's the right word. Spiritual is, but not religious. But connecting with the community, you do pick up things, and I just gravitated to Ganesh in starting from the beginning, a spiritual journey by doing the Gayatri mantra
Uh-huh.
every morning at 5:30 for about 6 months nonstop. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
really did break down those barriers and open up pathways for me, and made what seemed impossible very much possible if that's where I wanted to go. So
I think
it
that's
works.
beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
and I think it's great when someone finds that which helps them to connect and then propels them forward and supports them. So
Yeah.
Jonathan said he might need to get this deck, considering how many
Yeah.
statues he has.
Yeah. I mean, if you, and I just love the colors of it as well. They're nice colors. So the shading of it, everything. I don't know. It's just a well put together, well thought of deck. The quality is great. I mean, they call this pocket size. So Simon had the full size version because he had like the deluxe version, which when I went on was no longer available, which I was like, "Ugh." It was like a lovely blue sapphire background and everything like that. But then when they said, "Oh no, but we're bringing out the bridge," it's like literally a bridge size. It's not really pocket size because I've got other decks which are very pocket size.
Oh yeah.
When you look at how
Mhm.
the Everyday Witch, for example, I have that in big and small. So this is really a bridge size deck, and I'm embracing the smaller decks at the moment, Gerald. I'm embracing minis and medium sized decks. It's not about the big ones for me at the moment, I'm afraid.
Right. I actually think it's how you use the deck that works the most, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's
Oh
not the
yeah.
size; it's how you. Sometimes I think the big decks are just too much to handle in one hand, and I think I can't be doing that.
So do you have many two-handed decks?
Do I have many? I don't. No, apart from maybe some oracles.
He missed that one, or he let it go
I
by.
didn't. I didn't. I was just flowing with it, thinking, should I go all out for it? Because this is when we're going to go off air. If that happens, it'll
Yeah,
be
there you go.
beep.
Beep. Yeah. Jamie said I've made her dogs howl when I was doing the Neem,
The
and
name.
so and,
Yoo-hoo!
yeah, and Regina wants to know if we're going to Canada because we'll be actually visiting Ange and playing hockey and seeing great comedians, and they have
Wow.
really good bands there. So
Do
um,
they? Well, we should all head over to Canada. That's it. That's next spring break sorted out, isn't it? We're off to Canada.
there you go. And yes, name you did get it, and you know, so yeah, Govinda, it's available on YouTube. It's animated, and so
Oh, okay.
and it's so thunderous. It's
I'll
good.
I'll have I'll look at that then. Bal Ganesh. I will look for that because yeah, I'm up for finding new stuff. I mean, just it's like the hermit. The old guy with like the sort of like woolly mammoth type elephant. It's just so yeah. It's heartwarming. It's not that kind of traditional where you think, oh, it's a bit gaudy or it's a bit kind of too much of a.
Mhm.
I mean, it's very it's still very modern, very current, if that's a
Right.
way of explaining it.
No, and I appreciate a deck that is able to have a foot in both worlds and multiple worlds. So um so
Yeah.
I oh and just have you watched any Kids in the Hall? Do you remember that series?
It does, that does ring a bell. That does resonate somewhere. I think I might have seen some. Is that a cartoon, isn't it?
No, no, it's
Or
it's
am
a
I thinking of something else then?
they're a comedy team and they're Canadian. So and they're quite good and they're very funny. So
I'll have to look
and
that up. I think there might have been something though with that. I might have a couple of episodes perhaps. There is something that it does resonate with me. I just don't know exactly what that is. But yeah, I'll check that up again and get back to you on that. But yeah.
Tangy is also in Canada and there's also good whiskey. So
Oh, you were like here in Scotland, you know. So.
Okay, so sketch comedy team from Canada and the chicken lady is just one of the funniest things in the world. You could probably find them on some YouTube. So it's just like, oh my gosh. So anyhow,
I'll have a look. Yeah, so
yes,
I'll probably know it when I see it, and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I saw that, but
yeah,
it wouldn't have been
and
much. Yeah.
and there's a character who is gay in a bar, and it's Buddy. His name is Buddy.
Yeah.
It's quite hilarious. If any of my mods find those and link them, that would be fun. And
That'd be
Regina is
great.
like, these are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I used to know a Buddy.
And Robin, I was actually asking Govinda if he knew the young ones, but he was actually too young for the young ones.
Yeah.
So
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 41, so I was a bit too young I was younger than the young ones.
Yeah, that was a very funny show. That was on when I was in college, back when you were, just a wee little babe. So
yeah,
and you can't find the young ones anymore. So, and Simon feels old, and he loved the young ones too. So.
Oh dear, I've just made everyone feel a lot older now.
All right, we're just more experienced. So.
That's good. I'm here for that. Not knocking it.
So I want to show you mine.
Yeah, whip it out.
And even Jamie's going, shit, I feel old now.
Oh no, don't feel old on my account. I feel older than I am, so don't worry.
That's okay. I mean, and so this one I think I can blame on Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot.
Oh.
And okay. Because I got these in the mail and lovely packages. And I think I'm going to start with the big one first.
I think I know what they are.
So, and these, literally came in. They came in this box, which said fragile. Okay. So
yeah,
but
they paid attention. They paid attention.
They paid attention, but the decks are and
intact.
The Transient Light Tarot. And,
yeah, love it.
And I have number 718 out of 1,000. This just
there you go.
This thrills me, and there's a signature. I absolutely love it if I get a deck like that and it's signed. That makes me very, very happy. And I'll do a flip through of this on Tarot Stash. Stay tuned. Here are the backs. Do you have this one? I don't.
It's. I want to get it because I actually have the other one that you got there. Because when I saw the package, I knew what this was. And this is one that I want to get because Ari Wiseman is such a great person and wonderful artist. He's actually local. He's not. He's just down the road from where I am. And his concept of things is just amazing. And this is just you know, this isn't just the artwork here, it's the fact that the deck is environmentally friendly because it's, you know, recyclable, it's plastic free, even the ink used in the printing,
Yeah.
you know, so that you can fully recycle this, which you wouldn't want to do, bless him. But, you know, is that if this ends up anywhere like a landfill, it's not going to do any damage to the environment, you know. So there's a lot of care and thought, you know, so it's amazing. The color tones in this is really good. I've seen flip throughs on this, and yeah, it's definitely on my list.
I'll go back for the Hermit, and I have to laugh because we keep dropping, people keep putting stuff in the chat, and she's like going, my cut and paste muscles are getting a workout. So so here is the Hermit, Simon.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
I
mean,
I really appreciate the how the the shadow comes from that. I think it's really pretty. So
yeah,
I think that's
they're very clever. They're very clever, these cards. And with the other deck that you've got there as well, I found to be, you know, not just random things placed on a card. They are very clever and thought out. You know, so it's not just
and so again, blaming Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot, because
oops.
You know, if any of those, if anybody wants to link that, we could tempt Simon into getting it, and then he could also say Deanne made him do it. So
I think he's already got it.
Does he already have it?
I think I saw I think I saw a review of him doing this particular deck, not the one that I have, but the other. But this one, I may be mistaken. I'm not sure, but I think he has. I'm not sure.
Nice. I mean,
Simon, let us know.
Yeah, it's a UK shop. Yes, it is.
It is a UK shop. Yeah.
So it's lovely. So,
which is nice because they are also printed in the UK. So if you do live in the UK, then you are being conscious of your carbon footprint and whatnot. 'Cause, you know, most decks come from abroad, don't they? You know, for most people, and so that's quite a good thing as well.
So, oh, Simon said no, I don't have it.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh,
so
saw it on someone else's channel then.
So you maybe if you don't like and subscribe to Deanne, please do. Blue Crescent Tarot. So she's fabulous. And Deanne was a witness when I broke Richie Longman Tarot back in the day. This may have been before you were around.
Probably.
You may not have seen it, where it was the Meggings conversation on Longman Tarot. Have you not seen this?
I don't think I've seen it. I'll have to have a look at that. I'll pop on and have a look. Meggins.
Well, that's, you know, I don't remember. It was an impromptu live, and there's a thing about Meggings, and but I sort of broke Richie and Deanne, and it's about an hour in. I'll send you the link so you can see it. It's quite funny. So, and Simon said, I can't buy another deck. I've spent 300 pounds in the last 6 days. Wow.
Yeah, you're making Joe choke with that.
I'm like going,
wow.
Okay,
oh Lord.
Govinda, you saw transient light during the first time you came to my live a few weeks back.
Okay, that's where it was then. Thank you.
And Simon is getting some support from Sandra, because they're going to Glastonbury in what, 2 weeks?
They are.
Something like that. So you got to save money for the mead, yes. So
yeah.
And Regina thinks she may have made all her deck purchases for the year. Well, you know, okay.
No, that's fine if you know.
Yeah, and or she is saying can't wait for all the vlogs and live streams from Glastonbury. So,
yeah, that's going to be so much fun to watch. Yeah.
And Simon said he and Diane are often mistaken for each other, Govinda. So it happens, you know, because they do. They look so much alike, you know. With all that hair, it's really hard to, you know, it's really hard to tell the two of them apart.
It's very confusing. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, you can understand, can't you, why the confusion is there? Yeah.
So
She's saying that that I already knew about the deck. Yeah, I did know about the deck because I'd already ordered and got in my hands the other one, which
you got
Gerald is
this.
about to show us. Yeah, that one I have right here.
Okay, so
So I won't show it until you show it.
Do you want to show us something else, or do you want me to keep showing you mine?
No, you show me yours, and then now we can. Yeah.
Oh, here.
Oh, with the teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Always with the teeth. Open it up with the teeth. Love it.
And this is a nice little card, and it is signed on the back, which.
Oh, you got that one. Good.
Yeah. Which one did you get?
So I got the it's in the box, it's not here. So I got the 10 of Pentacles.
Okay. Yeah, I got Champion.
So with this deck you get an extra card from the tarot, signed and numbered.
Yeah, it's the Trinity Tarot.
Yeah.
And nice. Yep, there you go. He's ready.
So am I too soon? Am I being a bit premature here? Did I shoot off too quickly there, Joe?
I did get an extra deck with an extra card with my transient lights, which
oh yeah, you should.
Which is hang on. Judgment.
Okay.
So I love it. OMG, it's free delivery.
Yeah, free delivery, which is a bonus. You know, because delivery can cost a lot, but for the UK it's not. But yeah.
I guess my question is you know, is it a bonus on my last? I'll show you mine on the Hermit Mage. If Simon, you know, buys this deck before the live is over.
Well, there's 2 decks here for him to buy, isn't there? Because I've already done. This was actually, so this deck was actually my first review on my channel. This was the first recording that I did, which was delayed by 2 weeks because I couldn't bang it out quick enough before I was due to go on a short holiday break with my mum and my partner. So it was delayed because then after the holiday, I got sunburned. For 1 day of being out in the sun, I got burned. And all of this was red and peeling. And I thought, I cannot go on camera looking like that.
Oh,
so
I
had to wait.
You talked about that on, was that on Amy or with Simon?
I think that was with Simon. That was with Simon. That was because Simon went somewhere just before I did. He went to the seaside as well, and he got burnt as well. And I said, Simon, I know what you mean because I had the similar experience. So yeah, so the starting on my channel, because I wanted this deck to be the first one on my channel. So I said to Ari that I'm going to do it as an opening. That then it delayed my channel until after my birthday. So my birthday was on the 18th of June. So yeah, that weekend I started. So
yeah. And Justin Michael said he received 3 historic decks in 2 days. I got 2 from Eves plus a vintage Vanderboer. I can't wait to make more Marseille videos. And Debbie is suggesting a hashtag Gerald made Simon do it. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
And Simon is setting up a boundary, so we will be respectful. And
yes.
Sandra is supporting him. So, and then Justin said, I lied, I got 4. I forgot about the Kickstarter.
Oh.
So here's the
back. Let's be open and honest.
And
yeah.
So yours is being used, so
Yeah, mine's out of sync 'cause it's being used. So I won't show the fronts, but yeah, you get the picture.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I love this. I love this deck. If you want to watch the review on my channel, then feel free. It's the first one, and I talked a lot about this deck, and because I worked with it as well before reviewing it, and I just love the fact that, and I say it a lot, that it looks simplistic, but it's not. It's the symbols
Yeah.
in its entirety, but it's just stripping everything back. There's no distraction, because sometimes I've got, you know, one or two busy decks which you can't see the symbols for love nor money, and you just see everything else. But so I like the way that the symbols just breathe here. And I
Yeah.
do think this is like a summer deck as well. This is like very summery. So I connected with this on like a Mediterranean sort of vibe for the colors. But yeah, it does work, and I suggest on my video that it could be great for people starting out, people learning. You don't necessarily get a white book with it, but you do get like a little pamphlet which gives the basic keywords for each card. But
Right.
it's still you can still work with this intuitively, though. You know, it's not like a, you know, I like that these miners, they appear to look pippish, but they're not. They do have extra detail for you to be able to read it intuitively and get more information from it. You know.
Yeah. And Simon is currently saying this is the first time I've shown restraint. Well, you know,
I'm surprised. Yeah.
yeah, this, you know, my transient light is number what, 800, 718 out of 1,000. So, you know, there's just under 300 left. So
Yeah. But then Ali's good with that. He will do another run of them, because I think this one is the second addition to the deck, because the first edition had some cards, like the Hierophant was different, so he's made some adjustments based on the comments that people using the deck had given. And mine's a second edition as well, so I came late to the deck, so mine's a second edition.
Well, and I really agree with, you know, I'll do a flip through on Tarot Stash, but I agree with you, and this is what I think really attracted me when Deanne was talking about it. Like you said, they're not complicated images, but they're layered with meaning. You know, it's there, so it's there. Regina has the deck too. So
yeah. I mean, with this full card, you get the essence of it, right? I mean, it's what I said in my video. I mean, the way I see this is that, yes, someone is embarking into space, into the unknown. They're guided by stars, but you get that like breeze, and you know, whenever you're out and about and you get a breeze, and you think, oh, we say it, don't we? We say, oh, there's a change in the air. There's something in the air. We don't know what it is. We can't say it, but we know there's something, because we feel that breeze across our face. I think that's a very clever image there, and there's many more in the deck like that.
Yeah. And Regina asked me if I noticed the red thread in Think of Twin Peaks. I did not, because I was watching chat as I was flipping through. I've not actually gone through them, but okay, so that's where Gerald lives. I live in Ohio. I don't live in Paynesville, Ohio. I'm in the center of the state. So this is Trinity Tarot. And it's actually lovely. So
it is, yeah.
I'm not answering that question yet, Tanji.
Have you ordered your log pillow?
Maybe we'll talk about it when you're on with me. So maybe, I don't know. One of the things that I have to say that I like, Govinda, is there's space in this tuck box. You know, it's not, you know, some of them it's really tight. And tight fit, you know, is fine the first time, but you want to be able to get it in and out without causing too much trouble.
That's it. I mean, I don't use the boxes. I keep the boxes because I love the boxes, and a lot of boxes are very good, but I don't use them to store the decks. I wrap them up in my cloths, you know, in my bandanas. I have bandanas that I wrap decks in. When I'm using them, and I rarely store them back in their box. And I mentioned this on the video that that particular box there, if you were to take it out, it would get a bit of a battering because it's not as sturdy as others, but it does the job for what it's needed. You know, if you're storing it on the shelf or something, it will keep it nice in there. Because that's the thing with the Ganeshan village that I had. The tuck box for it is pretty tight. And if you watch the video, I do have a bit of issues in trying to get it out without, you know, had some troubles getting it out, my loves, you know. So.
Yeah, it's like Deanne said, you know, yes, the box does not cause tuck rage. So,
yeah.
And that would be tuck box rage. And
I didn't say a word.
Everything that I was doing, so yeah. Oh, you want to be pure and innocent? Here, we can both be pure and innocent.
Okay.
Oh. Catholic schoolboy, you know.
Yo.
And Regina said, Tuck Box Rage is my next punk band.
That sounds cool, actually. Yeah, I'll go and watch them play.
Tuck Box Rage. You're right there. You're right there, Govinda. Go for it. Come on.
I'm okay. I'm a little overheating here, but I'm doing good. I'm all right. It's getting hot in here. Yeah.
Do you want cream with
You're
that?
making me. You know? I want cream with it. Of course. You know me so well, Gerald.
You know.
You don't need to ask. You know it.
And Deanne said, you know, honestly, I almost had a moment live on Friday trying to get playing cards back in. Yeah. And I'll let you enjoy the comments from Robin.
It's not good when you need lube for your tuck box. Exactly. You know, you're fighting to get it out. You're on camera. You want to get it out for everyone in your... I actually had a comment on the video where someone said, Govinda, you know, there's a trick on what you can do to get it out quicker. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'll bear that in mind.
And what is that trick?
It sounds quite awful actually, but it's to use a butter knife.
Yep. Butter is good to use. I mean, butter knives. So there you go. Jamie,
good grief.
And Jackie asked the true question, Simon, have you caved yet? You know?
Has he?
So
I think it'll be a delayed reaction. I think he'll cave tomorrow.
I love it. Yeah, where'd Simon go? So
to buy the decks.
All right, so I'm so anyhow.
You're lost. Go ahead.
I'm you know, I'm just doing this because I'm going to let you pull something out, and
you're gonna let me pull something out. What else am I gonna pull out? You know what? I'm gonna pull out something that's quite a surprise, and it's something that I didn't think that I would be interested in, and with, you know, spiritual journey and being authentic and whatnot, I had a few questions with myself about, really, is this what I'm doing? But then I put that with peace and thought, okay, that's fine. I will go with it because it's connecting with me, and I think that's more important when you do any spiritual practices. So, and it is my wand. I'm getting it out. I'm whipped it out. My wand.
Your
here.
Wand. Look at that.
My wand. Yeah. So yeah, this is. I'm going to embiggen. Sorry. You so everybody can. You're going to embiggen me so you can get the full view. There it is in all its glory. My beautiful wand, everyone. Got it out. There you go. So if you watch my free tarot readings Monday to Fridays, you may have seen this on my table because it is there. Actually, it's there for like a marker, so I make sure that the cards are always in shot, because I was noticing that I was putting them out of shot and people couldn't see them. So, but it also reminds me of my journey. So this is, this is actually, you know, a bit of a merchandise thing, I suppose. It's a Harry Potter wand. It's from the merchandise. It is actually Professor Trelawney's wand, because that's what resonated with me. You know, the divination
Uh-huh.
professor. Love
Yeah.
Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Love
Good,
her as an actress.
good catch, Sandra. A Harry Potter wand.
Yeah. And you know what? Sandra was on it because I didn't say anything about this on my channel. And she mentioned it. She said, "Is that a Harry Potter wand I see on your desk, Govinda?" And I was like, you did. That is right. Yeah." So, yeah.
There
And
you
this is
go.
something that I suppose, when I was going along my spiritual journey and I was in Barcelona, I was working in the hotel industry at the time, and I had a lot of free time. And so I was going down the rabbit hole of YouTube, and I found, people talking about Wicca and paganism and all of that, and that resonated with me.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and so then back then it was kind of like, okay, I want to set up an altar, get my tools, and do have a dabble in these things and whatnot, which the natural world, and that's what also sparked me off onto the journey that I'm on now with herbal
Oh,
remedies, or alternative medicine, um complementary medicine, and all of these things really did it was something that I had to pay attention to at that time, shall we say. But then at that time it was like, okay, this is something that's I noticed is part of me, and that I did want to not just bring it as a hobby or as an interest or as my private life, but make it something that I can work with. And I was really trying to think, how could I do that? And then things just opened up for me that way. And I suppose, with this, I did have maybe initially a bit of trouble in getting this, because I thought, really, is this, I'll ask the question and see what people think. I mean, is this being authentic? So I know there is this whole, there was back then on YouTube a bit of a debate about, oh yeah, the wand needs to be found in the forest or somewhere. It needs to be it needs to be handmade by yourself, all of that. And you know what? I'm not that sort of crafty person or someone who does that sort of thing. I'm someone who will outsource something and this resonates with me because I love the Harry Potter franchise. I was a bit old for the books. I did start reading them in Spanish. I wanted to up my game in that language, so I was reading them in a foreign language. But I love the movies, and it resonated with me to get this wand at that time. And
mm-hmm.
yeah, so I enjoy having it on my desk and on my altar. I have it there. It's a bit of a mixed media altar, really, as in there's different deities and different representations on there. So it's a little bit pagan, Wicca, Hindu gods, and all of
And
that.
it's
So
and it's
yeah,
perfect for who you are, because you as a human being come from different paths and different experiences. So having them all in one place, I think, unifies them and gives you more potency and more power.
yeah,
So, and
so true.
Robin mentioned, and here is self-promotion. Tomorrow, here at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9
Ooh,
p.m. British Summertime, Magic Tool Talk Wands. And it's part 2 from 2 weeks ago, where we're actually going to be doing show and tell of our wands, where
you're going to
we
be
have
waving your
wands.
wands.
Yes. So
Ooh,
we're going to be whipping out wands and all of that stuff. So
I'll be there for that.
there
That's
you
it.
go.
I'll be
And
there for that.
Ben,
Oh, Betty Ben.
Ben said, Govinda does not like my HP wand. He says it's too knobbly.
Knobbly. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It is a bit knobbly. And, as you can see with this, I like them smooth. And yeah.
Okay.
Ben needs to show his wand. Yeah, he needs to show his wand. That's right. And I do have another one as well that kind of sits around as well. And this is quite probably a recent. Well, this is an acquisition this year, really. Though I mean, it's this one. So it's the Green Man sort of one
Oh,
thing that I picked up.
that's nice. That's very
And
nice.
yeah, this since I had that journey with the Wicca, that this is something that's always been there in the background, kind of thing. Not heavily sort of resonate with me, but it's something. It's still there. And I think growing up near where I used to live in just some countryside in a small village. There was a pub called the Green Man that we used to go to, you know, on
Uh-huh.
as children, like you could have meals there as well, and there was like a playground outside for the kids. So we'll go there like a Saturday or Sunday or something to have a meal quite regularly. And so it kind of, you know, spoke to me. So that's why I got that one. But yeah, so as an alternative. But the main one is the Harry Potter one, which
Yeah.
does really resonate with me. You know?
Right. So, Ben, next week, please plan on showing us your wand.
Yeah.
And Ange has gone down the novelty pillow rabbit hole.
Oh.
And Jamie has given us a Jesus. So
That's someone. Mm.
but the wand that I will show tomorrow is in here. I'll show it up
Wow.
so you know. Make
That
sure.
that looks very substantial, Gerald.
Yes, and it's extremely useful. It's substantial, and I know how to use it. So
Good. There you go. The best of everything there.
Yes.
No complaints, I bet.
Ben will make sure to bring his wand. So I want to show you something, because if I remember correctly, you also do playing cartomancy. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's how I started. Yeah.
So I recently received the Raven playing cards, and
Okay.
And this is artwork by Gustave Dore. So, and here are the backs.
Oh wow.
So,
yeah, and nice.
But I specifically was like going, I am going to show this with Govinda. So here we have the Joker. And then so each card actually has an image in it.
Is it the same person going through like the story, would you say, or is it not? Because I'm getting a vibe that it might be, but maybe I'm just seeing it or wanting to see it.
It very well could be. It very well could be.
Mm.
So
beautiful images. Yeah.
Yeah, really beautiful. So yeah, I'll be doing a flip through on this. So and I appreciate how it's just I love just having these images here. Oh, you know what? I think they repeat. All of the sixes look the same.
Oh, do they? I didn't notice that. Shows how much attention I'm paying.
Yeah. So there's.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. But that's cool though.
So, but yeah, I thought I would like. Oh, I'm going to show that. So, because I am.
Yeah, because
I'm just learning Lenormand. And
yeah, same here.
Lenormand actually has playing card references for the cartomancy. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because when I started playing cards, it was just literally just the standard playing cards that you'd play with. Because I would be playing, blackjack with my mum, of an evening, and it just came about that she divulged that, that you can do other things with these cards, and that just sparked my interest and went looking for that in the library and bookshop until I found out, and then just had to play around in my bedroom with the cards, and then when I found this deck, which is the Cartomancer poker deck that Simon also has as well, this is just really beautiful. This is by a French artist who wanted to embrace the old sort of printing style, block printing sort of images and things, in the backs of the cards like this. And it has the keyword and in French and in English on there. It's semi-Lenormand in a way, I think this deck is, because it does embrace similar sort of ideas with that numerology. It makes sense, and it's the French system rather than anything else. But I just love this deck. It is you know, the fact that they have images on it as well, so it's not just a standard playing card thing that you can then.
Right.
I love these sort of old style sort of images.
What does it say on the corners? The other corners.
So yeah, so the corners, it has the keyword for that card. So this one says discovery. So it's like a prompt, really, you know, and then it says it in French. So you got it in French as well. If you wanted to read it in French.
What's the name of that deck again? So people have
this is Cartomancer Poker deck. Have I got the box here? I should do. Bear with. If I've got the box, I can show you. Ooh, I'm not seeing it right now. Oh, yep. Got the box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got the box. So, yeah, because like I said, I don't store the decks in boxes, so they're usually stored away somewhere. But but yeah, so this is it's the Cartomancer. It's Cartomancer Poker deck.
Cartomancer Poker deck. Okay.
Yeah, and this actually edition has been out for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years now, and this actually sold out on the guy's website. And it's, unless you find this in some local independent shop that might have these still in stock, it's not a mass-produced deck, so it's still very indie deck. You probably won't come across it, but I will say that this artist, what's his name, Alain someone is the artist, is a French artist. If you go to cartomancercards.com, he has recently just finished in June. I missed it by a couple of days, a Kickstarter where he's bringing out another edition of the same Cartomancer Poker deck, but a light and a dark version. So to do light work and shadow work. Yeah, and it's like the images look like they're sort of similar but negatives of the other. So it's like, you know, when you have a photograph and the negative comes out, it's a bit like that, you know. So if you like the look of this, then have a look on his, because he said that will be coming out for the Kickstarter. It's already finished, so you can't do the Kickstarter now, but that will be coming out in November, but before the end of the year. So if you go to his website and you subscribe, you'll get information about when that's available in his store to buy, but they will probably go. So make sure you do get hold of that if that's something you're interested in. But I love the artwork and I love the feel. They're very nice, sort of silky feel. Not too silky where they slip around a lot. They've got a bit of texture to them as well. And yeah, they smell amazing. I'm a sniffer. I'm sorry, I'm a deck sniffer. Just saying it here, you know. And they do smell amazing as well. They smell really nice.
So Regina, Tangi, and Deanne have been having fun with the backstage and the rock band aspect of Tuckbach Rage. So, you know, when you watch back, you pay attention to the chat. There it is. So
I'll have a look at that. Tuckbach Rage. I'm so up for that. I'm so up for the Tuckbach Rage. You know what? It happens all the time on my lives. I say something without thinking, automatic speech, whatnot comes out, and then I realize what I've just said and how it can sound, and it always interprets it in the naughty sense, and it's like, oh dear.
And Ange said you are among many fellow deck book sniffers, Gov. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's all right then. No need to feel ashamed about that.
It's all.
I wouldn't anyway. Yeah. It's like, well, that's me. If you watch my channel and my lives, you know that I'm not ashamed of anything.
Is that a challenge? Did you just challenge me? You're not ashamed?
I think I have. I think I did. Yeah.
Well,
how far can you go? How far can you go?
I just want to, I still want people to watch. I mean, for all the right reasons. So.
Of course, yeah.
Just saying.
You can.
I recently got a deck, and it was Richie Longman Tarot recommended this to me. It's the Lenormand Solitaire.
Okay.
And this is interesting because it is a unique 2-set deck. And I'm not sure if I may have, shared this before, but it's actually a really nice box. It has a bit of it's a
Oh,
magnet. So, and then on
okay.
one side, it has the 36 cards. So it has the 36 cards there.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm just going to,
No,
I'll just
that's
flip
yeah.
through that. Yeah.
That's the typical sort of Lenormand
Yeah. And
sequence. Yeah.
and then of course I'm immediately putting all of this stuff away, and I'm experiencing tuckbuck rage because and,
Yeah.
there. But on the other side, what it does is it has a nice little guide. But on the other deck, it has combined 4 of the images and has put half of them in the manner of the Russian gypsy fortune telling cards, which
Oh.
are usually square. And so I have not used it yet, but what you do is then as you lay them out in your spread, um, the cards that are next to each other indicate which one you should read.
So if they match up to the images to create the whole
Yep,
image, then that's the card you need. Oh, isn't that clever?
it is very clever. Or she was we were talking about this a little bit, and I'm a huge fan of the Russian gypsy fortune telling cards, the square ones. I love them. So
I haven't seen them before, so that's interesting. I like that idea. That's very clever. I hadn't realized that.
yeah, because and then you could also have. I'm just trying to find another one that. So you would have this as well. Oh nope, sorry, I have to.
No, not the
So you'd have
back. Yeah, so you have the tableau or something, the grand tableau, or whatever. Mm,
yeah, and so it would
okay.
could be very interesting.
So then you'd read the diamonds that have matched up. So those are the ones that you focused on that are calling to be a.
Yep.
That's an interesting thing, isn't it? That makes me want to play
Yeah.
around with that and experiment with it and see where it goes. That's very clever. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
takes
So
it to a
this
new
is
level then, doesn't it? Mm.
yeah, it does. So it's the Lenormand Solitaire, and
Okay.
and I can thank Longman Tarot for that. So
Richie's on it. Yeah.
yeah, he's so connected. It's like
Yeah. And he's got like
oh
all
my
these, weird and wonderful decks as well. That maybe something you can't find anymore and whatnot. It's just a joy just to watch, to see what he's got. It's lovely. Yeah.
I do you lay all 36 cards? By the way, Naomi said I'm killing Simon. Sorry,
Yeah.
Simon.
He's.
Trying to.
I think this one's going on my wish list as well because I hadn't seen that before. So that's
For the grand tableau you do, and the other set is it's like 18 cards, and I have yet to read all of the instruction booklets yet, Simon. So
yeah.
and you're welcome, Jamie. Lenormand Solitaire. And I think I got it off of Etsy, I believe. So if any of my mods find it.
Okay.
So
We'll have a look for that then. Yeah. Because that's the thing with Lenormand, isn't it? From what I've read up so far, and that the grand tableau and having so much space for all these cards to be laid out, it's a bit like I know you can do like the typical 3-card spread, and like a 9-card spread as well. So to make it more, but yeah, that's interesting though. I like that second one. Yeah.
and what's really interesting is in the and I don't know if Richie is here, is that what is nice on this is it goes through the possible combinations for all 30. Thank you, Jamie. For all 36 cards, it gives the combination, the potential combinations with that card and other cards. So if you're learning the
Wow.
associations, that could work. So
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to, because the three may not match up. And Gerald, are you wearing shoulder pads? Where am I wearing shoulder? Why am I wearing shoulder pads?
Oh yeah, it looks like maybe you might have you've got a little bit of a yeah.
You know, don't judge me. I mean, you know, from the 80s. So look,
Shoulder pads are still in. You work it, Gerald.
there you go.
You're working
And
it.
It takes us what, back to Dynasty and Dallas and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And Jamie said they are located in the UK. So, but yeah, I love it. They don't call me Lynx for nothing. So, so anyhow, so there you go. And I am not wearing shoulder pads. So
you're not wearing shoulder pads. No,
so
that's for another show. That one.
Simon, just imagine the amount of shipping, the money you would save on shipping by actually doing UK and your carbon footprint. You're actually helping the environment if you buy these 3 decks.
That's it. Yeah, you know, it's our yeah. Oh dear, I think he's. Huh?
And you know, I love it that you know, Simon, I need to lay down in a darkened room.
Oh.
There you go. And it's like the temptation, Simon.
The temptation is there. Yeah.
Oh, Ange was envious that if I was wearing shoulder pads. So.
Oh, she wants to wear them. Well, you rock them then, Ange. You put them on. You put on your shoulder pads. Why not? Do what you want.
So, but
absolutely.
You know, maybe I'll make Simon feel better with my magic wand. Here you go, Simon. It's okay. You had it in you all of the time. Click your heels. It's okay.
Wow. What is that? You surprised me with that wand there, Joe. I was like, what? Excuse me?
You've not seen my wand? My glow in the dark
I
wand?
haven't seen your wand before. That is magical. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Jamie bought the deck. And she said the shipping is free. So, but see,
Shipping
so
is
it's
free.
this side. It's got this, but then it has this end too. If you like it that way, you know.
So it's a dual purpose. Then I love it. That's
you know.
It's so you, Gerald. It really is. Yeah.
So and I just to I have not been able to follow this, but Regina continues the Tuck Bach Rage fans and that storyline. So I am going to have to watch this.
Yeah.
I mean,
to get They keep thinking.
And Bushy said I was approved by the wand. And Ange said, I'm always pulling something out over there. Well, you know.
Yeah. It is a show me mine and show me yours.
Yeah, Simon, it's a 2-deck set.
It's a 2-deck set, Simon?
You have your regular Lenormand, and then you have that special set. So.
Methinks somebody's considering it.
Well, it's just like, it's okay. And Tangi said it's a whole movie. It's a whole movie by now. So, the Tuck Bach Rage.
The Tuck Bach Rage.
Tuck Bach Rage. Live.
That would so work, though. It does sound like that. It really does. It's so, oh, Gerald, don't. You little minx, you devil, you.
Look at that.
You know I'm here for it. Look at that cream oozing out like that.
There
you
go.
Know how to tempt a boy, Gerald, you know?
Yeah. I don't tempt boys.
Wow.
There you go. Boom.
Boom,
Now what I'm
boom.
gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
do, I'm gonna have to do something for next time for Ben. This is, I'm probably gonna, it's gonna be all prim and proper. Sorry, Ben.
Can't be with Ben. I'm sorry, but no, can't be with Ben. It's got to be, just think of
I'll
me and times it by 10 then.
all right, I'll be the prim and proper one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Fast and Furious Tuckbach Rage. So okay, so what else do you have to show us?
What else do I have to show you? Yeah. Well, so apart from the tarot and all of that, well, what else is there? Yeah, I mean, a book that I love
Yes.
and really resonated with me, and like I said on Simon's interview, that the textbook of Ayurveda, which is, it's not this one I'm showing, but I'll show it anyway. This was when I discovered Ayurveda was popping up in a lot of the studies that I was doing in alternative and complementary therapies, like aromatherapy, massage, all of that kind of thing. Ayurveda was being mentioned everywhere, and it resonated with me. So I sought out this book and picked it up, and it was literally like, you know what? Someone has just written my thoughts in this book, because it was everything that I was resonating with, that I was already doing, and that I was not having any. When you read about new philosophies and things, sometimes you have to get your head around it. I didn't have to do that with this, and so that's why I knew, Ayurveda is my way to go with that. And part of that as well is reading the book The Alchemist as well.
Oh yes.
And this is a book that I'm rereading it again. So I'll pick it up again and again. I'll flip through it. I'll read it. It's such an easy read. I'm sure everyone probably in here knows it anyway. And if you don't, then pick it up. It's such an easy read. It is a delightful story, and it clearly tells you what you need to hear. Yes. And I pick this, and people say this, and it is so true. You pick this book up in that moment when you're needing that spiritual guidance, when you're needing a bit of a hug. You find this book and you pick it up and you pay notice. If you're not, you won't even come across this, or that is one of those sort of gems that, so if you're watching this today and you haven't seen it and you haven't read it, then there's probably a message in here that resonates. And every time I read it, and I have the audio book, or sometimes when I'm working, I'll just listen to it and I'll hear things that I hadn't read or heard before, or those kind of things that you kind of resonate differently.
Yeah.
And it is so on point. And it's one of those things where it's like, this is literally mimicking like my spiritual journey here, the way that I felt and the way that I discovered things and the way that I moved forward and through it, and slowly trusting myself, trusting what the energy was and what, what I mean? It's just
yeah.
Bang, boom. That's it.
I am a firm believer that the right book finds us at the right time. So I agree with you. And I also believe, and Kelly Bear was just talking about in a live she was doing earlier today, where she was rereading books that she had and using up. And I think that that's a really important thing, because especially with a book like The Alchemist, Govinda, you read it from where you are at that time, and then you grow and change, and then you reread it, you're going to get different things out. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Ben has said, you won't be prim and proper when I finished with you, Gerald. To which I say, challenge accepted.
Challenge Love it. Got to be there for that. There we go. Yeah. That cheeky grin he's got there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, or she keeps hearing about this book. So
there you go. It's popping up, my love. That's the reason, perhaps, behind that.
Has never read it. So,
but it's one of those, isn't it? It's if you've never read it, it may be because you've never come across it. Because you may not need it, because you're doing the thing anyway. I found this when I needed it, and it spoke everything to me. And it does work. And then, like you said, yeah, you go back into it, you dip into it at a certain point where you need to hear something or to remind yourself, because we do need to remind we're going through daily life and we sometimes get in that loop and we forget sometimes, or we miss a couple of steps, and we have to remind ourselves, no, hang on, what am I doing here? My focus, and to remind yourself of why you're where you are now, and just to keep that focus. And it's a great book for
and
that.
I like, yeah. And I love the idea of like bibliomancy, where you pick up a book and you think about what you're working on, and then you open it up you open the book
Yeah,
up to the page and you read it.
that's
And
it.
yeah. And Ben makes the mistake of saying, I love a challenge. Well, I do too. And Regina is talking about another lament.
Laminate.
Laminate. You don't want to laminate by tuck box rage. So, so yeah, and it is written by a fable. And
Yeah.
if speaking of bibliomancy, and this is why I brought it up, Tangi, if you've not looked at Tangi's website, Roman Biscotti, this is part of what Tangi does. Roman Biscotti uses bibliomancy, created books for their own bibliomancy, and it's extremely powerful.
Wow.
So kudos. So go over and subscribe, and definitely click the
Check it out.
so that you can get when they're going live, because it's extremely powerful to watch
Yeah.
it. So and so
yeah, that's it. It's like anything. When you see it in action and working in front of your eyes, it's just amazing. When you have that conscious awareness of what it's doing and etc. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Simon said Tangi's bibliomancy book is legendary, to which hang on my Kofo link and my YouTube channel. So it's just like really, really powerful. So and Jamie loves it too. But of course I don't do live stuff like Tangi. Yes, bibliomancy is really phenomenal. And I mean this genuinely, all of us can do bibliomancy, because you need a book and you need to be able to read it. But there are some times when people are doing it, and it's like when Chris rambles, elemental cartomancy, when he sort of rambles, you immediately sense that connection. Oh, this person is speaking a deeper truth. Tangi is doing that. Romans.
Amazing.
So, but yeah, so it's freaking amazing. So, well, my goodness,
it is. Yeah.
We've been at this for an hour and 38 minutes, and
wow.
Chat has been going beautifully, and I have not.
Love it.
Before I let you go, Govinda, is there? Because I want people, if they have questions, can they pop them in the chat in capital letters?
Yeah.
Okay. So pop questions for Govinda in capital letters. And then let's talk about your channel and what you got going on, sir.
So my channel, then I have the regular stuff, the reviews and flip throughs of decks that I own and work with. And it is very much, I wouldn't call myself a collector. I have a number of decks that I have embraced very recently as well. Not some just by the last few years, because many years I was just using the same set of maybe 3 or 4 different decks, and that was it. I'm now embracing new artwork and new ideas, especially indie decks that are coming out. Absolutely loving that and experiencing new energy with new decks as well. But it's always a case of, this deck has to work for me. This deck has to have a purpose in my life. And it's not just, oh, that's pretty, I'll keep it in the box or I'll frame it. It needs to have that. I need to be able to connect with it and then help other people. So that's my focus. My focus is, what am I doing on here? Exactly. It's really to reach out to people, to have conversations with people that they may not necessarily have access to have, or wouldn't like to face in person for embarrassment or fear or whatever it is. And they can do it in the privacy of their own space,
Right.
find answers or insight that they might not have access or know where to go. Right. So it's providing a help source for people and connecting with people. That's really what I'm about. That's why my lives, I started doing the free online readings just to have a focus, because I thought if I go live, the first thought was I'm going to go live, no one's going to be there, so I'm not just going to sit here and look at the screen.
There is
It's
that
like
too,
I got to have
there. Yeah.
yeah. So I've got to have a focus, and if I've got something in my hand, I've got a deck in my hand, I'm shuffling, I'm playing with it, that's fine. Then
Right.
I'll have a focus, and then if the chat's not going well, I can just pull a few cards and do a reading for the collective, whatever. But it from the day one, from the first minute, it just flowed nicely. Plenty of people were in and talking, and I'm there for the chat as well. It's not just about the readings, and I say that to people. It's like, please be kind and be patient, and I may not get through all of them in the time. And some days I do 2.5 hours, sometimes I do an hour. It's really
Right.
what the energy is, because it's about the people that come and they visit because it resonates. They visit because that moment something said, I need to go and speak with Govinda, and that's why they're there. So I appreciate that. So it's really about being able to connect with people. And there's, apart from all of those, and the recordings of the deck reviews, which is where I talk about how the deck works for me, how I embrace it, how it communicates with me. It's
Right.
not just, isn't this a lovely deck and all of that, which is great as well, because that's how I've discovered decks, by looking at those videos. It's appreciative.
Sure.
But for me, I want to do something different. And then moving forward, well, I've always, since I started doing the lives and doing regular content, the ideas just flow. I'm anywhere doing anything, and the ideas flow. And we started with the Brit Boys, which was born with the lovely Ben at Beneficial Tarot, because we
Who?
instantly
I've
had a
never heard of
connection.
this guy.
Who?
Who?
Well, you
Who?
better check him out, Gerald.
Who?
If you don't know about him, you better check him out. He's amazing.
Who?
He does
You
amazing
know?
video, amazing editing, video content, very funny, naturally funny. And we just connected. And then when we started talking with each other, when a name in the chat just pops out, and you have to
Yeah.
go and check that person out. And then there's a reason, because we are very much a twin flame here, kind of thing. We're very much a
Yeah.
twin soul with our journey and everything like that.
Yeah, and during the Carry On Brit Boys, the first one, you were discovering that you went to the same places. So
Yeah.
and that's phenomenal. So
Yeah.
Simon wants to know, said Govinda, can you channel Jimmy Carr for us?
He's broken me now. This happened the other day, and Chris said that I broke myself because I just got into that cycle.
Actually, Ben, what I think I said is the money's on the table.
Oh.
Get dressed and leave. Ooh.
Oh. Boom.
Oh, look, and Ange is like, down, sassy boy, so.
Yeah, ooh, down boy.
Orsi liked that, said that was very good, Naomi. And
oh, bless.
Angie liked that, so.
Bless you.
And
yeah,
I want to know,
and
is Patrice still here? Is Patrice still here? Because, oh, and Orsi said, just be sure to pay to do your taxes. Is that a Jimmy Carr thing?
Oh, yes, of course it is. Yes, it is. That's right. Thank you. I was thinking, where's that from? Yeah, because he's he was. I should say was, because it's not currently now, perhaps. Who knows? But he got caught out and wasn't paying his taxes. So he got burned for that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is the whole point, isn't it? This is what I do on my channel, is just connecting with people, and it flows naturally. And I do impressions impromptu. I burst into song without even considering it or wondering whether I'm any good or not. I don't care. It's coming through. It's connecting. Sometimes I do an earworm for Alexa, where I set everyone's Alexa off, which I find hilarious.
Yeah.
And I love it when I do that because the power, the power of that is just so funny. And what's coming up is, I've got more things coming up. I've got Moonlight Tarot, which is a series that I want to do live as well, where we embrace the shadow readings, where people come wanting to deal with issues that they wouldn't necessarily want to deal with, and look at them in a nice, or not in a very harsh way, I hope, but in a very sort of what's the word, inviting, sort of a way that can be acceptable for most as well, especially if they're coming first to shadow readings. So that's coming up next month as well. Brit Boys is happening every 2 weeks. We're doing that now every 2 Saturdays. We're doing different things on there, and ideas are flowing for that already for the next one. And Lovely Ben as well. We shared a meditation last Sunday, I think it was, not the one just gone, but before. And he kind of gave me the idea that I should do this. And I do meditation and things as my other stuff that I do, the medical stuff. And I do want to merge the two together. I'm slowly merging them all together and using tarot in therapy, because I do counseling and life coaching and all of that as well.
Right. Yeah,
slowly merging them in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very powerful. And that's why the shadow work is amazing as well, because it's looking at that darker side to ourselves, which are very hot on psychological issues and Carl Jung and all of that. Bringing that into the physical space to deal with it is amazing, and has sometimes better results than just sitting there chatting for an hour, kind of thing.
Well, and I remember when I've been using tarot for a long time, and I remember when I actually used tarot and brought it into a therapy session, my therapist was very open to it, and it was really, really good. There's a whole bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of people who are heading out. Regina.
Bye, lovely. Thank you for stopping by.
Jonathan said have to watch back so many decks to add to my wish list or his want list.
As always.
There were lots of laughs. Moon Whisperer is here. And I don't, gossip, Ben. I don't.
It's a different meditation. So you shared a meditation already? Now Ben didn't tell me that. Oh, okay. So
I'm not one to, I'm not one.
You don't kiss and tell, Gerald.
Talk, about it. So, and Ben is blaming Ange on on his behavior. So.
Oh, we're blaming Ange. Don't bring Ange into this, man.
Yeah, Robin wants you to do Kenneth
Williams. Oh dear. Oh, matron. Oh, yes. There we go. There's a little bit of... It's weird. You know what? It's so strange, like, do requests. Like, since when am I someone who does impressions? Where did that come from, But that's the beauty of doing this. You just discover things about yourself that you didn't know you could do, or you think you do, and you embrace it, and that's where the magic happens.
Yes.
No?
Okay, so everybody's heading out. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, or 9 British Summer, we're doing Magic Tool Talk Wands, where it's all show and tell. And Toadstool Tarot and Barely Balanced Tarot will be on the channel. If you have not, and remember, this is my last I'll Show You Mine on the Hermit Mage. You need to go over and subscribe to Tarot Stash, because next week Ben will be on. And so make sure you like and subscribe to all of those channels. So, and so we're going to head out, and I'm going to eat up. So,
feed me, Joe.
There you go. Govinda, thank you. This has been so much fun. Jackie,
thank you so much.
You putting the link in the chat for Tarot Stash. Everybody, you're wonderful. Thank you. And Buy Zane and Simon. Did you buy any decks? So, you know, and Ben said it'll be a scream. So
it will be. It
all
will
right.
be.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.